Today I thought I would take you through my barn. This is my art and design studio. Come on in. So this barn is named such because it's in the shape of a barn. It's a 2-story or a flat floor with an attic, and this is my main working space. Every part of the barn is set up like a studio space. So you see here we do the dishing the tea episodes. Sometimes I'll chat here or teach courses here. I also like that it's easily changed up. You can see this corner space is my main working space. Because the barn studio is so new, I haven't made a lot of artwork for this section yet. I have an idea of different things I want to do, but right now we're just using wallpaper. By the way, all the wallpaper is mine and can be found at raspberrycreek.com. Across from my desk is the kitchen area, and I film a lot here. You'll notice a ton of my Instagram videos are done here on this space. Maybe one of the best things I did are these are removable. So these are just roll away countertops so that if I need a bigger space, I can use it. This is a full working kitchen though, which is pretty awesome. These are just cabinets I got at Home Depot. That's a fridge and a freezer. And then of course we have the stove and microwave and sinks. And one of the things people ask is if I painted these myself. I didn't. I just happened to get them close enough in navies that it worked out. Next to the kitchen, I have this doorway. You might have already seen into it, but this houses the bathroom, and it also houses the all my storage stuff. And then you can see the stairs up to the attic space. So this space right here was always meant to be like a big closet, but I made sure and put electrical outlets in here because I knew I wanted all my printers and everything put away. You also notice cleaning supplies. My paper is back here. There's a lot of things back here like art supplies, my easel, some stools, just anything that I might need. Maybe one of the best things I did in this space is I put in a bathroom. It's a full bathroom, and the reason I did was because walking back to my house to go to the bathroom all winter long didn't sound good to me. This particular winter where I'm filming this, ironically, there's no snow, so I would have been fine this winter. Here's the close-up of the bathroom. And you can see in here, we put in a bidet, and I'm obsessed with this tile. I did decide that the main colors of the entire barn was going to be navy, pink, and gold. And you can see that here, even with the light fixtures that I chose. Some wood tones though, because I wanted to make sure and warm it up. From the closet space, we can head upstairs to the attic. I am gonna show you the light fixture I have here from above. Here it is from the top angle. I love it so much. All right, heading upstairs. You can see this is the barn attic. You can see when you first come in, I've got a couple of chairs here and our split heating and cooling unit. And then I did wallpaper this entire space. Just like the downstairs, every single one of these spaces are meant to be used in different ways. This is clearly the crafting space. I use it for crafting videos, but I also use it just generally to craft. The big TV had a couple of purposes. Sometimes it's hiked away over here in this space, but we do use it for family movie night. But I also use it for slideshows. I use it for writing courses and teaching. And I have it on wheels so I can move it around this room. I'm obsessed with this space. These are 2 sofa beds with trundles underneath so I can sleep 4 people here. And the reason I did this is because I do use it for my podcasting. I like to come up here and teach sometimes. It's just a nice, warm, soft space. You'll notice throughout the spaces that I have put a ton of lights in. In fact, every light system has its own switch. So it's 3 across, you can see here, and each line has its own light fixture. I did this on purpose because I didn't want to have to bring in lots of studio lights. So making sure that everything was well lit, but I could turn it down. The ones downstairs are on a dimmer, made it just a lot easier. And you can see that even though it's an attic space, it's actually quite big. Even my husband, who's 6'6", can walk through this just fine. I can see these spaces changing over time as I wallpaper it different, as I bring in more fabric from the house and other craft supplies. Because yes, there are still tons of craft supplies sitting inside my house and a whole room full of fabric. Really, one of the best things here is the view. Here's a view of the entire space so you can kind of get a feel for it. It's very open despite the dark wallpaper. And you'll notice things like electrical outlets in weird spots, mostly because I never know where I'm going to need one. I have 2 split cooling and heating units in the upstairs and downstairs that keep this place toasty in the wintertime and cool in the summertime. You'll also notice electrical outlets in the floor and actually in the ceiling, but in the floor here, just for all of my craft machines and any lighting I might need to add to this. Oh yes, and eventually I will wallpaper that wall. And that's it. That's the full studio reveal. I'm just gonna head down these stairs. It's kind of like a teeny tiny home where I can pull everything out that I need. I hope you liked that reveal. You can see my house here through the French doors. I'll tell you the main reason I decided to build this. I have an office in the house, which is now no longer my office. But every time the kids would come home for break, and of course I still have one kid at home, but it just was chaos. And summer times were nutty. And being able to just walk away from the house and come to a space that was clean, that was ready for filming, that was ready for me to teach courses, because I do teach a lot of courses at the University of Arts and Design. I realized that if I didn't make this transition, had a space of my own, whether I purchased a space, I rented a space, that it was just going to continue to be really, really hard. So it has worked out awesome. I haven't been in the space for more than 6 months at this point. Less than 6 months where I really was able to move in from finishing building it. We did use a prefab structure. So sometimes people are like, what did you use? It was just a 16 by 24, like Best Barnes prefab structure that did end up costing a little bit more because we had to have plumbing lines and electrical and Wi-Fi all brought out here. So that's where the real expense was. The actual barn itself actually wasn't that expensive. I know she sheds are a really big thing, and I think if you have the opportunity to build one for yourself, to have your own studio space, I highly recommend it. There are lots of times that this entire place gets very, very crazy, dirty, there's projects going on everywhere, and it's fine because there are no kids that are going to walk on needles for the sewing projects on the floor, or they're going to mess up all the paper things going on. It's just great because then it can be messy for a second and then it can be really clean when I need it to be clean. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope I get to see you soon. Would love to see you even more on the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. So many good things coming. And of course, if you want to check out more about what I'm doing, just go to karinagardner.com. Or if you want to learn more about degrees at the University of Arts and Design, just go to www.uad.education. See you guys later.